Hey, what's going on my YouTube guys? Aura Storm here. We're gonna be streaming some live over on twitch.tv/Aura. Oh yeah, I'm used to saying the Twitch thing, but anyway. Anyways, so we're gonna be streaming a little bit tonight, not too long, but I'm going to be streaming over on Dueling Book tonight. Why'd your Prue just has so many issues? Like, I'm not gonna lie, it has a insane and I actually got a notification on Discord today that basically the original guy who was helping with them no longer helping on the project. So back to Dueling Book we go. But that being said, I will probably briefly be importing a few decks. The description says I actually have a Herald and Dark Magician list I'm quite happy with. I think are about finished. You know, I don't really think there's a ton left really with the decks. And of course, Pendulum Magicians will probably be played at some point. That's, you know, we all know that that's kind of my deck. So I'm importing it right now once Dueling Book decides to take it, which might take a moment, but actually, come to think of it, I'm not sure if they'll have all these cards because I know Wager Pro 2 has some updated, although the updated cards might not have them yet. Oh, really? They'll time me out for inactivity as I mute my laptop because the loud intro music. But it took a little time to set up because I was trying to move, like, I'm used to streaming on Twitch, so I wanted to move everything over from, from Twitch, and I'm thinking of just keeping it simple. Don't get me wrong, I liked all the intro and stuff I had, but my always theory is, like, keep it simple, stupid. So, go ahead and, Dueling Book was sitting kind of idle for a moment when it timed me out not too long ago, so I'm hoping it'll let me grab my decks now. That'd be nice. Okay, there. Open. Yes, there we go. The deck profile for this should be going up tonight after the stream is over. I've already ported it over. It just needs a couple of minor edits and stuff, and it'll be ready to go. But that deck profile is going up tonight. I have everything pretty much ready to go. But you know, you guys watch me. You guys know I play Pendulum Magicians all the time. Y'all aren't here to watch me play Pendulum Magician. Here, you watch me play Herald. Herald 2. I must have another deck named Herald already on here. Okay, there we go. Because I did a little bit of testing, and one thing I kind of found problematic, actually, is the Star Seraphs and the Link build don't really go together. The Star Seraphs are great when you get them off. The problem is that Venus is like a normal summon, and you can play Brilliant Fusion all you want, but that's not going to fix the problem where the Star Seraphs are conflicting and Venus are conflicting normal summons. So, I decided to build it this way instead, just focusing straight on Venus, and one of the things I changed in the last list was putting the Fluffle Draw engine in. Some people play the third toy vendor. I don't think you need that many. I think that it's a little bit overkill considering you only need to resolve the combo once. The second copy Preparation Rites is amazing. On top of that, we still have the 3 terraformings. I'm going to miss terraforming when it gets hit because like this deck really, really needs terraforming. I think it's missing a Link monster though that the Dueling Book does not have yet. I'm not sure what it is though because Ningirsu's in here. I'll actually look up Link monsters and just toss one in. Imduck was actually something I put in, and I'm actually really liking it because there's a lot of times, a lot of combos where like I want to summon a Firewall Dragon, but I don't have ideally you want Firewall in a main monster zone, but one of the combos I did was actually put an Imduck underneath my Firewall Dragon, and it allows you to have a mutual link, basically. So that's actually pretty helpful. Because, you know, Firewall has to be co-linked in order for it to do anything, you know, productive besides a special summon effect. You want it co-linked with other monsters, is essentially what I'm saying. But overall, I think the list is pretty damn solid. It's pretty consistent. The biggest thing is that, like, you can easily... The problem is it's really hard to... The only issue is that you are playing a lot of Garnets, and there's not a lot you can really do to fix that problem. Maybe I'm missing something, but, like, you are playing a lot of cards that are dead draws, and you're going to draw into them. That's, like, it's going to happen. Shine Balls aren't that big of a deal because Venus, you know, Venus can be special summon them from the hand as well. They can be used as link fodder, blah, blah, blah. One of the combos I actually thought of was Akashic Magician bounces cards it points to. So one of the things you can do after you summon the Shine Balls is you can leave a Shine Ball in the zone that you're going to summon Akashic Magician in. Then Akashic Magician will bounce that Shine Ball to hand, and you can use Venus's effect to special summon it from the hand. So you can get another Shine Ball in basically and out for and continue on your combos. There's a neat little niche play right there. But I think I'll just put the second Trigate in. I don't know if how much it'll come up, but Trigate's actually pretty important to a lot of these Link decks because it's basically like it solidifies your plays because like it's one of the things that makes the Spiral board so sticky is that this thing can negate board wipes and banish them. So it's not something you really want to stare down. Because the Star Seraphs are gone, you have a lot of extra deck space to mess around with this deck. As we get more Link monsters, it's only going to get better. So we'll have to see in the future. But anyways, we're going to import over Dark Magician because I did finish the list. Apprentice getting reprinted is actually really good news because that means I can finish the deck. I do like Apprentice wasn't worth like a 90 or whatever. Hell, I don't even think she was worth more than 40. Don't get me wrong, she's a good card, but do you really, really need her that much? And you have to ask yourself, I think the question is no, you don't. She's a good card, but she doesn't fix the fundamental flaws that Dark Magician has, which it's so heavily reliant on back row, it's not even funny. That's honestly the deck's biggest flaw that you can't really fix, The new fusion's pretty neat. I do like the new fusion, but the problem I have with it is that Ayatsumaya's not being searchable is a bitch. It really is. I don't know. I think they did that on purpose, which I think Konami does that sometimes with card design, is that they intended, okay, this card is not, X is not going to work with Y, and they did it on purpose. I honestly think they did. But, it's not a bad thing to tech, like, maybe one Ayatsumaya's, it's not the end of the world to tech 1 to 2, because the fusion is a really good card. I don't know if the Link Book has it yet. I don't know if they have it yet. Nope, it's not here. So we don't have to play Ayatsumaya's. But I do think the fusion is a very good card for Dark Magician. It's a shame it's not easier to summon because it's a good card. It's just, for some reason, Konami didn't want us having nice things. It's hard to really say sometimes what some of the things Konami does. Yeah, we might want to play Pot of Desires instead. Honestly, like, we don't need, like, I feel like Pot of Desires is pretty dang good in Dark Magicians because you play a lot of traps. You do play a pretty hefty amount of traps. It's actually really good in trap-heavy decks because you don't really want to draw extra copies of trap cards. So it's actually pretty nice in a trap-heavy deck, I think. In my opinion, at least. I feel like it's better. It's really good. It's good in a lot of different decks, but it's good in trap-heavy decks as well. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and continue. So overall, I'm actually pretty happy with this list. We'll play a few games probably on Dueling Book before we won't stream too late. Probably about an hour or so. Actually have a ton of old decks on here. GX decks des only. No Regeki, Hero, Regeki, Volcanic, or Venom. You really, like, I've never seen someone saying you can't play Venom. That's a new one. Like, I've never seen a no Venom rules, and I've played on Nukes, but I've seen a lot of stupid rules on Dueling Book. Anyways, let me find it. Where are you? Okay, trying to find Herald. Where are you at? Herald 2, there we go. Host. But I was testing the build with the Star Seraphs, and I ended up coming to the conclusion that they were clogging up my hands too much. Because you need as many, like, combo pieces as possible, and your Ben 10 searches are always going to be dedicated to your Venus. You're not going to be searching this missing stick and chair piece. And that's what makes Ben 10 into the Star Seraph so good together, is that but the thing is, with this build, you're searching Venus. Blueberry is a guy I've dealt with in the past. He always wants you to play, like, unusual decks. You don't want to play an archetype, but he's always playing some kind of Odd Eyes Magician standard deck list that's got a couple of random decks. There's not a ton of, like, spectacular stuff with his lists. He hasn't changed since the DN days. He's a hipster. He's a hipster, whatever, but I'm not going to use that word. Stop being annoying. You get a hipster blank. I still like that video. I need to go back and rewatch it when the stream ends because I enjoy every minute of that video. Do you want a medal? Because Cyframes did one thing, did well at one event. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's always satisfying when a deck you play tops at an event. There's no doubt about that. And I always find the no noob comment funny because, like, you know, you're asking for people who aren't playing top tier shit or unusual or playing interesting decks. And granted, I tend to find myself a pretty creative person, but it's not good enough for Blueberry over here. You know, it's never really gonna be good enough. Just for shits and giggles, watch a game of his. I mean, I think it's good that they do have the link rule. Like, you don't have to play link rules. Oh, wow, we got a crowd here. Apparently, Blueberry is pretty popular. Well, you have a lot of watchers because you're retarded. You're a hipster cunt. We all know that. There's a reason this guy is watched. Let's just say there's a reason. What was I playing one time? I don't remember. He got really mad at me. I think I was playing. Yeah, see, I told you guys. Odd Eyes. What did I tell you? Playing standard, boring Odd Eyes. I told you he's playing standard Odd Eyes. Well, he's playing against me last time, and he got all butthurt that I was playing a good deck or something that was halfway decent. He's just playing Odd Eyes. Speaking of Odd Eyes, I do like the new Odd Eyes monster. It is good. It's okay. I don't know if good is the right word. It is good for what it does. The problem is it requires other cards to do things. And obviously the rumored effect would have been amazing. But we all know that there's going to be a card like that rumored effect, you know, at some point that's going to just open up the floodgates to mass extra deck spam. It's going to happen, and people are going to be butthurt about it, but, you know, it's going to happen, guys. Konami likes money too much. Oh, an apprentice into a malicious. That's cool. A lot of people use apprentice as like how to explain. They use apprentice as a rank 6 toolbox engine, and that's actually really strong because you can pitch dead combo pieces out of the hand. Some decks I've seen run. Since the new support came, they're unusual. Yes, of course. In before quit. No, it's just rank 6 toolbox, but it's not good enough for Odd Eyes Blueberry over here. I'm guessing a lot of people, you know, I never really understood that mindset. Like, I'm going to play, like, you want people to not play, you know, I never understood the hipster mindset, but maybe I've just never been a hipster, so I don't get it, I guess. Because, like, I don't get the whole I have to like something that's not popular, and then when everyone likes it, it's too good for you. You know, it's a weird concept. I mean, it's just a zombie synchro deck, really, all it is. So normal summon of a plague spreader zombie, probably gonna synchro summon for 8. What are you making here? Probably an Omega. It's, you know, you're playing some sort of zombies type deck. You can make a Stardust Dragon. Interesting. Probably would have made the Omega. He has no cards in hand, so you can easily just make the Omega. This is under Master Rule 3, so you're not required. You know, it's not like you're worrying a bit. I don't see why you just wouldn't make the Omega here. You got to banish Mali. You might as well put it back, right? Granted, you don't really need to make Omega here, come to think of it, because you don't really need to make Omega here because the malicious doesn't really do anything in the banished pile. Like, you only need one malicious in the grave in the rotation as long as there's one in deck. He's probably going to put a card on top of his deck to special summon back the Plague Spreader zombie, more than likely. Or he might attack directly. There's no telling. So she's gonna pass turn. Wow. Why would you just pass turn? You don't want to do that damage. We know Blueberry does have the Wisdom Eye Magician in hand, so he can open up the floodgates for Mass Pendulum Summon because this is Master Rule 3. You can Pendulum Summon multiple from the extra deck. But I've got like a whole discussion why I feel like Pendulums did nothing wrong, because I feel like it got more unfair hate than any. It's funny, it's ironic because now people love Pendulums because they've been neutered by the new rules. But Pendulums are probably the most hated new summoning mechanic ever created. Like, there's no doubt that Konami realized what they had created because they were so careful creating good generic Pendulum cards. I mean, if you look at it, we didn't get Luster Pendulum and Archphoenix-centric, which was the first wave of, like, generic Pendulum monsters. That was, like, the first wave, quote-unquote, of generic Pendulum support was Luster Pendulum and Archphoenix-centric. And, Konami took a while to give us those cards because if you look at Pendulum started in Duelist Alliance, and it was in Duelist Alliance that we got Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, and we got Cleese, but Cleese were kind of like an old style Monarch deck. What? This guy just said Stardust negates a mass Pendulum summon. What? What? Like, what? Stardust doesn't negate a mass Pendulum summon. Stardust does not negate mass Pendulum summons. Oh, he was negating the Iris effect to destroy itself. That makes sense. Okay, yeah, we would... Wait. I'm pretty sure you can't negate when it's card effect. Oh, it's a card or effect, so it's an effect. So yeah, you can negate with Stardust. Okay, it's the Yankee. So he's gonna put the Noble Dragon in scale. Playing Noble, no, better. Anything's better than Noble Dragon in 2017. Oh, bottomless. No, fuck. Oh, you're playing Odd Eyes Dragon. Really, you're so bad. I remember playing Timebreaker Magician at one point because I would Pendulum Summon into Bottomless Trap Hole and I hated it. Why are you playing all these bad Odd Eyes cards? Come on, son. Like, they're not good. If they were good, they would have been played. You know, it's not you're not unique just because you're teching bad Odd Eyes cards. It's not unique, you know. I feel like creativity is a word that kind of gets overused. Like, if a rogue deck tops, oh, it's creative. And you all remember, like, Skull Servants. And I had a guy in my regional who got all the way to round 9 before getting his 4th loss with lawn mowing Skull Servants. You know, it's a deck that you can... It's always going to be a good deck. There's certain decks that, you know, are rogue and can kind of... Oh, a Mass Change, too. Nice. He's going to send... Or Mass Change. He's going to send Malicious to summon a... No Cancer Law. What? He's gonna rage quit. Watch. No Cancer Law allowed. What? So now you're banning cards? Like, now you've made a new rule in the middle of your thing. Like, he's gonna rage quit, I can tell you right now. Granted, Dark Law was a card as a Pendulum player you really didn't want to see because a lot of your Pendulum... all your Pendulum cards like Wisdom Eye won't go to the extra deck. They'll be banished. So it's not a card you really wanted to see, but it's not like the Pendulum player. It's not a card I'm like, ooh, I can't get around this. You can. You just got to punch over it. DDDs, it was a card I really didn't want to stare down. I remember losing games to Heroes. He's telling me to use Anki. You can't tell him what cards to... This is like the whole... this is one of the worst parts of like the... this type of mindset is that like you know you have to make this card because I say so, right? You search and Dark. Why would I make Anki when I can make Dark Law? I mean Blueberry's done regardless. He's just being salty. I mean, this is an OTK type of board right now anyways. Yeah, I know. So game's pretty cool. Let's see. Okay, so he just he just tribute summoned the Dark Magician. He did not. Oh my god, that kind of disrespect. He just tribute summoned the Dark Magician. Oh my god, that is what beautiful. Oh my god. Like, that's disrespect right there. You're gonna. It's a pretty neat little. I've seen combos like this. It's pretty neat. Apprentice is a good card. I just don't think she's $90 good, but she's a really good. He's not even gonna take damage. I bet you right now. Nope, I'm not gonna take damage because you have Dark Claw out, even though I'm dead anyways. Trying to think. So if you had Malicious, it would be 5,800 and it would be game. But with this field, he can't make game. Yeah, what he should have done, if he wanted game this turn, he should have gone Dark Magician, attack. He should have summoned the Malicious in attack mode, gone to battle phase, attack with the Malicious, attack with Dark Magician, attack with the Stardust, and attack with the Mass Change and a Dark Claw for game. Like, that's how you would end the game here. Like, because unless I'm bad at math, cause it's like 5,800 plus. It's not game. You'd have to go for Anki. Because 64. No, that's game. Yeah, Dark Claw would be game. I just had to do the math. Because you would be at 5,800 and that leaves 22. So yeah, I would. This is like this guy's a meme. Why do you think he has people watching? He's such a meme. Like, he could have gamed him this turn, but he's giving him another turn to live. Like, you know, you've got another turn. Why are you so pissed off? You can Pendulum Summon Odd Eyes from the extra deck and still live because your opponent didn't play it out right. That basically when he could have gave you this turn, but he won't, and you're still whining. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I kind of want to see how we're gonna be here. He's probably just gonna go away from his keyboard, and we don't really care, guys. But it was entertaining nonetheless. We've seen some. I thought for a second he said Stardust negated Pendulum Summons for a second. I was so confused. Yeah, switch over to Herald. Because why not? Herald's a pretty fun little deck. I'm enjoying Herald again. It was a deck I kind of went back and forth on just for the format. Like, I could see that. I just had to read it. Look into the math. You should have gamed you that turn, Darklaw, or not. It's Herald. We want to go first. Okay, this is a really weird hand. I don't know what to do with this. It's really bad. Wait, okay. So if I go Brilliant Fusion, what can I really send? Or you could play the game as it's designed and not be a baby. Right? No babies here. I'm going to activate Brilliant Fusion because we really have nothing else to do this turn. Hands down, kind of unplayable. Where's my Garnet? The fact is, like, though, regardless if the guy made Anki or whether he made Darklaw, it was game that turn unless the opponent... Oh, wow. Dimensional Fissure. It's not a card I really want to see. And really, a barrier statue? God damn it. It's a game. Have fun. When that monster... Okay, so it doesn't leave this turn. Okay, gotcha. Let's do it. Yeah, because Fisher's still up. This is no bueno. This isn't fun. And a Moon Mirror Shield. Okay, yeah. We don't draw anything. It's game. Yeah, game ogre. Bye. Yep. That's game. Right? Go, like what I told the guys, like, you need to chill and go to Antarctica and just chill. I think when recap what happened at the event, basically, like, one of the first few rounds, I ran into Monarchs. Game 1, he bricked, and I think I OTK'd him with like Vortex plus 4 monsters. I had a brutally good hand. I had some really good hands that day, despite I think I went X3, and I think I dropped after round 6, but I had a brutally good hand game 1. And we have spirals. Well, let's play some spirals. Why not? Fun. Fun is good. I'm trying to think how I can play this out, because I need a way to special summon the quick fix and stack my opponent's deck. I don't know if I can do that with his hand. That's literally why I play Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, I have a full-time job, but this is like a getaway for spending time with you guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to normal summon Drone. Look at cards. Yeah. Ooh, Magic Bullets. Well, I don't really care if you don't. Okay, what's this do? Trigger 3. Don't Don't really care about that. You can add that. That ain't what I'm mad at. Trying to remember what order I stack them in. The face when aura fucks up basic combos. Don't really think I want to activate the big red here because there's not really a lot I can really do with it anyways. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and end our turn. Alright, so he's normal summoning this guy. What does this one do? Sell trap at the same column as card. You can target one. It's not activated. Okay, so he's popping the resort. Okay, it's fine. So nothing gets shuffled here, though, due to our... I can confirm this is true. Dumb people do exist. So I believe I put... Was it the trap or the spell? I don't know. Then it's okay? Sure. All right. Effect of my my Q here, so I'm debating what I want to search. It's like dumb people exist. It's a fact of life, boys. Dumb people exist. If you work in retail, you understand what that's what I'm saying. All right. I don't really know what I want to search here. We'll go ahead and add the last resort. It's a missing piece. Oh, target one takes attack, defense becomes 0, so effects needed. Top of the deck. Yeah. But I mean, I hate to put it that way, but it's true. I'm sorry. There's dumb people in this world, and you kind of have to accept that there's dumb people. Once you do, it gets easier. Life gets easier when you accept there's dumb people in this world. Yeah, it specifically says 3. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. Rip. Back to hand. Rip. Okie dokie. Do I want to use the Link Karibo? Yeah, I can do the Link Karibo here. Actually, would be good. Big red. I'm trying to debate what I want to search here, though. There's not a whole lot that's really going to get me anywhere with this hand. Because I normal summoned the quick fix and you negated it. I'll go ahead and add drone, I guess. I mean, I work in retail. I deal with dumb people all the time. Okay, Magic Bullet. What does Calamity do? Oh, it special summons one. Great. Link Karibo's a pretty good card. Big red. Prevents battle destruction. People don't read cards. Ooh, there's an assault. That's actually going to help us extend combos if we fuck this up. Okay, so let's get this right. So we don't want him to draw that. What's that do? Alright, special summon over your deck, defense position. That's the counter trap, but kind of top of the deck, top of the deck, top of the deck. Okay. Oh, what is he doing? Okay, it's activating that now. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Gonna call monster. Yay! Finally. Woo! Get the fuck out of here. So we could go into double helix. But we know he has 2 cards left in hand, and we could just banish these guys with We know it's a monster though. So what do we want to do here? That's a good question. Yeah, there we go. All right, boys, we got this. So we're going to go ahead and go for our double helix. Yeah, it's going to go to gray as well. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We're good, boys. So I put them to 0, right? They both get banished due to the effect of our Fully Armed, which is a pretty good card, actually. Really strong card. Okay, so we're going to... is there anything we really... No, we really don't want to extend from here. It's not going to do us much good. We do have the quick fix engraved, so we could bring back the quick fix, but it's not going to do us much good here, except being Link Karibo fodder. So we're just going to pass our turn back to our opponent. We do have the Ash Blossom still chilling in our hand. Possibly could have normal summoned the Super Agent. Did I have my normal summon that turn? Yes, I did. Or did I use it on drone? I don't remember. Kind of weird playing. Okay, so Shooting Star is hitting the board, activating the... Okay, so she can special... And it does special summon some decks. Some Ash is going to be like, nope. Fuck out of here. There's certain cards, like, he's low on resources, and I kind of have the upper hand with some of my board presence. I can look, okay, ties, wow, no, why did I ash that? No, so bad. I'm kind of fucked now. Oh my god. Better hope one of those other cards in hand is not a... Why did I ash that? I always tell people hold on to their ashes. That wasn't good. Okay. Okay, so there's one card left in hand. We good. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Oh, okay. No. I want to activate that. Okay. Activate. Good card to top deck. So we're going to add our Spiral Resort to our hand. And activate. And this prevents them from being destroyed by card effect. Okay, I just had to read it really carefully. Reading is important, Kappas. Reading is important. Normal summon, activate quick fix. We're going to act. I believe I played 2 big reds in this list. I don't think I played. Oh god, I gotta cut that down to. I gotta cut that down to 2. His second one is coming up right now, but definitely do not need to play 3 anymore. Well, I feel like that, then that. There we go. It's going to probably be game this turn anyways. I'm just thinking how I want to end it here, because he has 4 cards. Pump Super Agent up to, how much? 4,900. So I'll be able to game him this turn with just those 2 cards. Okay, makes sense. What did I stack? Monsters. Yay. Yep, it was pretty much game. I was just going to smack over him with, But anyway, guys, probably about the end of the stream. I don't want to wake too many people up, but right after the stream is over, I will be, uploading a video for you guys. The Pendulum Magician deck profile is done. Just needs a couple little minor edits, and you guys will get to watch. So this ends our Thursday streams. I'm hoping to make this a normal thing for you guys to watch. Every Thursday we'll have a stream. Every Sunday we'll have a stream, I'm hoping. So anyway, guys, as always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. This Aura Storm signing.